Hello everyone, my name is Kirsten. This week generally, September has recently hit and August has officially completely ended, so that means I am going to be doing yet another one of these monthly favorites videos. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So let's dive right on into these 10 questions that I have to answer for today. Question number 1. What is the funniest thing that has happened to you? To be honest with you guys, not much funny things have happened this month. However, there was a few jokes in particular that my grandfather mentioned. To be honest with you, I forgot what they were, but they definitely made me laugh. So those were the only things I thought of at the top of my head. Question number 2 is, what books did you read? So this month I had time to read at least one book, and that book in particular is, of course, Fallen by Lauren Kate. I actually read this book back in high school and I got to finish the first book, but then the rest of the series I didn't have time for some weird reason. But since, I decided I wanted to start reading the series again, I think I started at like book number 2 and then I just completely went off and did other things. But I went ahead and I read this Fallen book, and I've totally forgotten about how much I absolutely loved reading this book so much. If you guys are really into like thriller, romance type of books, I think this is the type of book for you. Definitely, for sure. I would recommend this if you get into dark romances. So I absolutely love this book. Question number 3 is, what movies / TV shows have you watched? So to be honest with you guys, I have not watched any Pacific movies. However, I did get a chance to watch one TV show this month. So if any of you guys have watched my previous monthly favorites videos, I mentioned that I was watching Game of Thrones, and so I think by the time I upload this video, Game of Thrones have pretty much ended by now by the time I upload this video. But yeah, this month I have been watching Game of Thrones, and to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of bummed out and pretty sad that Game of Thrones has completely ended, because I am really into the TV show, and the fact that I have to wait like about 2 more years to be exact for the next season to come out, or at least that's what I've heard of anyway. Guess I'll have to find other movies and TV shows to watch, I suppose. I'll have to binge watch on a few Netflix movies and TV shows. Question number 4 is, what is something you did that made you proud of yourself? To be honest with you guys, I felt like I haven't really done anything this month that I felt was really proud-worthy to begin with. However, I'm just really proud that I've been going to career counseling and that I've been working on my skills to find the job that I'm looking for in particular. So I would say that's something I felt proud of. And of course, if you guys have watched my other videos as of yet, I have been uploading my vacation vlogs, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of proud of some of the music that I've put in my videos recently. So those are a few simple things that I felt like I was sort of proud-worthy of. Question number 5 is, which games have you been playing? So I had a chance to play 2 games this month. So the first one I wanted to cover, there has been a game I was playing online, and usually I don't get into online games whatsoever, but one of these days I decided to play a game called Overwatch, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I really do enjoy this game very, very much. The only downside I have about this game in Pacific is that you have to get like a PlayStation Plus account in order for you to play this game for some weird reason. I'm not sure why. I think it's because it's just an online game in Pacific. I was wondering what all the hype was about playing this game, and now I finally got to know. I might consider getting a PlayStation Plus account, and I will have to replay this game one of these days. So in case if you guys are really curious about which characters I've been playing the most, at least my top 5 favorite characters that I've been playing the most on Overwatch, the first one is of course Reaper, because there's just something about sinful characters in Pacific that I really like. And I've also been playing Sombra, Widowmaker, Diva, and I think it's Genji or Denji, I think. They have been my absolute favorite lately. Okay, and then the last game I wanted to cover is, of course, some Dark Souls. The moment I got to play this game had a lot of similarities with Bloodborne. In one of my previous monthly favorites videos, I got to play and finish Bloodborne. The game has so many similarities with Bloodborne, and it kind of makes me wonder if it is kind of like a spin-off to the Dark Souls series. I could be wrong on this one, but since I really enjoyed Bloodborne, I thought I would go ahead and give Dark Souls a try. And one of them being is I thought I would play the first Dark Souls, and then I would just move up into 2 and 3. Dark Souls is one of those games where it's really enjoyable, but at the same time so overly frustrating. I had the same exact attitude when I played Bloodborne. Both of these games I really did enjoy this month. Question number 6. Did you travel anywhere? Since I got back from my trip to Indiana, I feel like I haven't really been doing much travel as of lately. I mean, the only time I do go out to do anything in Pacific is to run a few errands, and that is pretty much it. Nothing too exciting in that department, I can tell you that. Question number 7. What foods did you try and loved? So there's a few things this month that I got to try out. One of them is like a vegan cream cheese brand, and it is the, what's it called? Tofutti Better Than Cream Cheese. Now, to be honest with you, there's not very many dairy-free cream cheese brands that I know of as of late. The only one that I knew of was the Daya cream cheese, and to be honest with you, there was something about the taste that I'm not a huge fan of. So then, when I got to find this Tofutti, I honestly like this so much better than any other dairy-free cream cheese brands out there. And actually, to me, this tastes so much better than just cream cheese generally. So I love eating this with like bagels and sometimes toast. In terms of other foods that I have tried, I tried out Nature's Path, Flux Plus, Red Berry Crunch, and honestly, there's something about it that kind of reminds me of like the Raisin Bran Crunch that I'm usually familiar with. So when I got to try that out, I actually fell in love with the taste because it had like red berries in it. And usually anything with berries in it, I usually go for, so that has been my favorite pick as of yet. I also got to try out the Mr. what's it called? Dougal's? And I got to try out the miso ramen noodle. It comes in like these little cups, kind of like with the cup of noodles, but only they're like a vegan brand of that. That's exactly what those things are, and honestly, they taste pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't even mind if I end up getting more of those one of these days. And then when I went into a Mexican restaurant, there's this Mexican restaurant in a town where I live called La Catrina. I got to try out their vegetarian fajitas, and the first couple of times that I've been back there, I wasn't really impressed, but then they did something a little bit different this time, the last time I went back there, and honestly, the way they made their vegetarian fajitas tasted so much better. There's also a chip brand that I got to try out. The brand is called Terra, and it is called Sweets and Beets vegetable chips. I felt like the beets could have been a little bit more better, but then the sweet potatoes in it were really good. So I wouldn't even mind if I went ahead and got those again. I also got to try out another field roast brand, and it is called Frankfurter's Vegetarian Hot Dogs. And to be honest with you guys, there has been plenty of vegetarian and even vegan hot dog brands that I've tried that I wasn't even a huge fan of. But then when I got to try out the Frankfurters, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually really impressed with that brand. So anytime I'm in the mood for hot dogs, I'll definitely go for the field roast Frankfurters vegetarian dogs. They taste exactly like hot dogs and they're really good. The last thing I got to try, but most definitely not least, I got to try out Gardine's new beefless strips, which were really good. I'm honestly really impressed. Before I became a vegetarian, I never really did care too much for beef or red meat too much. I never really did like steak or teriyaki beef or anything like that, except for hamburgers as an exception. When I got to try out the vegetarian brand of beefless strips and that kind of thing, I'm not gonna lie, I actually think this stuff was honestly really, really good. It's a little bit spicy for my taste, but at the same time, I do find it completely worth it because there was just something about the taste in Pacific that really was so good. I honestly wouldn't mind if I ate more Gardein stuff in the future. Question number 8. What songs have you been listening to the most? To be honest with you guys, some of the stuff that I've covered from my previous monthly favorites videos, I've already listened to them on repeat, some of them. But the one that I've been listening to the most that I would consider to be new, and it is something I've discovered through a YouTube channel actually, and this YouTube channel is called Mr. Suicide Sheep, but one of their songs that got to play on there was like a tribute band to one of the Linkin Park members that recently passed away. The song is called Shadow of the Day, but instead of having that song being sung by Linkin Park, it was sung by a group named Echoes. And honestly, the song in Pacific was very heartfelt because I could relate to, you know, the recent passing of Chester Bennington. I did had a chance to explain about a little bit about Chester Bennington, I think, in my last monthly favorites videos. I've been recently kind of down about his passing recently, and I thought this song just really hit my heart. Like, it was a really, really good song. But other than that, there's not really new songs that I really got to discover this month, to be honest. But I'm sure I will definitely catch that sometime next month, I would think. Question number 9 is, what are your favorite items for this month? So there's one piece of item that I have been really loving this month, like completely, utterly in love with. This right here is the Clarisonic cleansing brush. And almost every single morning I have been using this stuff on my skin lately. You don't necessarily need to use this with like any sort of like facial cleansing product in order to clean out your face. I just mostly rinse my face in with warm water and then I just brush this in with a cleansing brush in Pacific. There's a little power button here you get to turn on. And then what it does is it vibrates, and that's when it gets rid of all the really bad dead skin cells from your face and stuff. And I gotta be honest with you guys, this stuff right here has been completely amazing for your skin. Like, my skin feels so soft and so moisturized. I feel like I don't hardly have any dirt underneath my skin. I just feel like it just wipes off all the dirt from underneath your pores and stuff. This stuff I honestly think is so amazing, and I couldn't say any more good things enough about this. This is one of these brushes I highly recommend if you want to clean your face more often. So this is so much better than any other cleansing brush I've used. I gotta be honest about that. This is awesome. So final question at number 10 is, what is something that you have learned? So what I got to learn this month is that when you're a very creative person, you don't necessarily need to have some sort of degree in order to pursue the career that you want to pursue. So let me give you guys an example of this. Let's say, for example, if you wanted to go into something like graphic design, the requirements for becoming a graphic designer is to have like a bachelor's degree or even higher. But in some cases, that's not always 100% true. I mean, sure, they do require a bachelor's degree, but that's for people who are trying to learn about the industry and trying to learn about their talent. It's just stuff that they've learned and not necessarily the stuff that are mostly self-taught. Any type of artist is self-taught, so when you've taught yourself enough about a specific industry and whatnot, you don't necessarily need to have a degree for that. Same way with, let's say, a director. To become a director, you have to have like a bachelor's degree or higher. But in most cases, that's not the case either, because you can become a director without having to have some proper schooling. I mean, sure, you have to have like proper schooling for like film labs and whatnot, but usually people like that start somewhere small in the film or theater industry. So it's just little examples like that. Whatever your talent is, try to pursue that talent, and you don't necessarily need to go to college or attend a university just to pursue these type of jobs. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on what I had to share for my whole entire month of August. So if you made it to the end and you enjoyed this video so much, be sure to sucker punch that like button down below. And of course, if you're new here and you haven't already, please do dedicate the time and effort to subscribe to my lovely channel. Join my little army of darkness. That would be so much appreciated. And if you hit that notification button, you'll be notified with brand new videos every single weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. So that is pretty much it. And of course, if you guys are interested in following me outside of YouTube, all of my social medias will be listed in the description box right down below if you are indeed interested in checking them out yourself. So really quick before I completely end this video, after this monthly favorites video is finally up, my final Indiana vacation vlog will be up sometime tomorrow, just to let you guys know. And then afterwards, next week, it will be my graduation vlog, and then after that I should be going back to doing my daily routine of creating different videos for you guys. So look forward to brand new interesting videos in the future, and from then on there, that should be it. So thank you guys so much for watching and sticking to the end of this video. You guys are seriously so awesome for doing that. So all of these things I've got to mention earlier will help me out so much, and it'll completely make my day. So that all being said, have a completely chill week and awesome day or night, and I will talk to you all soon in the next video. So until then, stay completely dark and so fucking brutal and awesome, my friends. Take care. Bye for now.